Good morning, class. Welcome to the new session. What do we learn today? Today's chapter is the second lesson from history, the extension of the British Empire or rule in India. Do you want me to revise the previous lesson? Yes, a bit. We have learned how the British, through Carnatic Wars, made other Europeans not to challenge them in India. They had gained complete control over Bengal through Plassey and Buxar battles. In today's lesson, we will learn how the British challenged the might of the Marathas and Sikhs to consolidate their power. Apart from this, British also annexed various kingdoms through their two policies, subsidiary alliance system and doctrine of lapse. Let us begin with the first Anglo-Maratha War, which was held between 1775 to 1782 AD. The Marathas installed Shah Alam II back on the throne of Mughal Empire in Delhi. Shah Alam gave two places, Kora and Allahabad, to Marathas, which he had earlier given to British. This resulted in the enmity between Marathas and British. Meanwhile, Peshwa Madhav Rao died and his brother Narayan Rao came to power. But he was murdered by his uncle Raghunath Rao. Marathas supported Madhav Rao II, son of Narayan Rao, but British exploited this situation and supported Raghunath Rao. The first Anglo-Maratha War began like this. Initially, the Maratha Federation was successful, but later British gained upper hand. Finally, the battle came to an end with Salbai Agreement and Madhav Rao II was named the Peshwa. Even then, peace did not remain longer in Maratha province as there was difference of opinion between various Maratha chieftains. Enmity broke out between Holkar family against Peshwa Balaji Rao II and Scindia family. Peshwa and Scindias were defeated by Holkars. Peshwa now appealed to British for help. British utilized this situation and asked Peshwa to enter into subsidiary alliance system. But other Maratha families like Holkars, Bhonsles and Gaikwads opposed the treaty and fought against British. Even then, the mighty army of British defeated various armies of Maratha family between 1803 to 1805. Finally, British were able to suppress the Marathas and Balaji Baji Rao suffered under the subsidiary alliance system. This is how the Second Anglo-Maratha War was fought and how Marathas lost their supremacy. Let us now know about Third Anglo-Maratha War. The Maratha families tried their best to protect their independence and honor. Even the Peshwa attempted to free himself from the control of British. So, he attacked the British residency in Pune and burnt it down. Other Maratha chieftains supported him, but they were defeated very badly by the British. Peshwa Bajirao II surrendered to British. The British abolished Peshwa system and granted pension to Bajirao II. Lord Wellesley arrived in India as the Governor General of British. By this time, the powerful state of Marathas had become weak and the expansion was easier. Lord Wellesley introduced subsidiary alliance policy to expand the British Empire in India. He brought this policy into effect in 1798. What is subsidiary alliance system? The conditions of the policy were the Indian king had to keep the British army in his kingdom. The state had to bear the expenses of the army. The king had to have a British resident in his court. The king could not appoint any other Europeans without the permission of the British. In order to enter any agreement, the Indian king had to take the permission of the British. In return, the British would offer protection to the kings from any internal or external aggression. You can see the Peshwa Bajirao II accepting the subsidiary alliance system. Here he is signing the treaty much against the wishes of himself and the Marathas. Lord Dalhousie, who arrived in India as the Governor General in 1848, made an attempt to integrate Indian princely states with the British Empire. He adopted the doctrine of lapse policy. According to this policy, if any Indian ruler dies without children, their adopted children had no legal right over the throne, and such state gets merged with the British Empire. So many kings lost their kingdom. The brave Queen of Jhansi fought against this system till her last breath. Now about Anglo-Sikh Wars. A political anarchy broke out in Punjab after the death of King Ranjit Singh in 1839. The British invaded Punjab, violating continuous friendship pact they had signed with the past king. All Indians joined together to defeat the British forces, but Sikhs had to accept defeat and signed a humiliating Lahore Agreement in 1846 AD. After the First Anglo-Sikh War, the British resident became the de facto ruler of Punjab. Thus, Punjab became the dependent state of East India Company. But the Sikhs again opposed the attempts by the British to rule Punjab. Sikhs, Hindus and Muslims and other freedom fighters waged war against British but were defeated. Finally, Dalhousie merged the state of Punjab with the British Empire. Let us now learn about Raja Ranjit Singh. Maharaja Ranjit Singh. He was born in 1780 AD but lost his father by the age of 10. When he was 19 years old, he became the governor of Punjab along with the title Raja. He took control over Punjab and entered into continuous agreement treaty with the British in 1809 AD. He was successful in protecting the Punjab kingdom by not having enmity with them. But after his death, many Anglo-Sikh wars took place and Punjab came under the control of British. And here you can see Peshwa Pratap Simha. The British installed Pratap Simha, the descendant of Shivaji, as the ruler of Satara, a minor state, and named him as the traditional leader of Marathas only to suppress the Maratha resistance. You can see the picture of Lord Cornwallis. Lord Cornwallis was one of the great governors of British in India. Lord Cornwallis was not only an army officer but also an administrator and diplomat. He brought in so many changes in Indian administration system. Many actually favored us. We will learn about him in our next lesson. Till then, please keep learning the present lesson. So, for now, it is bye to you all. I will meet you soon with a new lesson. Thank you all.